that's a hard question. I really don't know. I mean, I kind of actually like all the mascots because they all got their own little personality too. So I really wish they kind of had like a little mascot, like little event where they kind of like tried out and did whatever their little, little activities stuff like that. We can see who the best is.
So mascot Olympics.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that I actually go to see that. Yeah.
Would you like to have a live elephant run you guys out of the tunnel?
Absolutely. if they really could make that happen, I would be for it. Absolutely.
Would you ride the elephant?
Yeah, I ride it. But Coach Saban probably wouldn't even let that happen. Though, so I mean, that's just a dream though.
How intimidating was Mike the Tiger at LSU and like walking out and seeing?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy right there. I mean, just to have like a live animal right there sitting in your face. So that's why I would say like with the elephant, I feel like we could kind of match it with the live elephant and bring him out there. So that would be fun.
At places like Tennessee where they have Smokey on the field, do you try to go find the dog during the game?
I mean, I wouldn't go find it, but I would like to kind of like see what he looks like and kind of see him and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean,
Pet him if he comes.
yeah, a little pet or something. He probably might bite me though.
Sorry to switch gears here. What did you see in the second half when you got more extended playing time with Ruben going out?
Wait, say that again?
What did you see in the second half when you got more extended playing time with Ruben going out?
I mean, just with me going out there, like always, man, I always try to do what I can for the team. And when I got in there, basically my job was to, basically fill in for him and pick up pick off where he left off. And I feel like I kind of did that game.
What happened on the one? It looked like you kind of got blocked into him behind the knees, and then obviously the flag. And
yeah. I mean, a lot of people have been kind of talking about that one play. When I was running, I kind of got, tripped up a little bit, and I kind of had to, make a last-minute decision once I hit him, though. But, I mean, the play is over now. I mean, there's nothing I could do about it. But, hopefully going towards, further in the season, if that happens again, hopefully the call will be different.
We saw Nick obviously get pretty agitated with the officials. As a player, I guess, what's going through your mind when that happens? Do you enjoy it? I mean, what when he's got your back like that?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a good thing when you have your coach, who has your back, and with that call, it was kind of both sides. It was kind of a thing that kind of needed to be looked at a little bit longer. I thought, but I mean, it is a play. I mean, hopefully I can make more plays like that anyway.
You said you have to make a decision kind of in the middle of that. How does that affect your approach towards getting to the quarterback, having to think about
it's always an iffy situation when you have that situation. I mean, I kind of felt like I had to, approach it differently now. The fact that they was calling, with me falling into his legs, I kind of felt like maybe I got to aim better now. So whenever I was rushing, trying to get to the quarterback, I was like making sure that I had to aim higher.
Does that slow you down?
It does a little bit, but I mean, with the game going, you got your adrenaline. You kind of really don't even think about it at that time.
How aware are you of body placement? Not going high or low or helmet to helmet. When you're in the flow of it, you have the adrenaline going. Yeah. How aware are you of some of those issues?
I mean, I'm really aware. I know with the quarterback situation, they're there to protect the quarterback. So I mean, I'm all for it.
There's some folks who have said that Alabama's defense over the last several years has kind of struggled with running quarterbacks. Is that fair to say, or is that something that kind of every defense has?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, to be honest with you, whatever team that we're going against, they always got scholarship athletes as well. They're all good. So for them to say that, I don't think that's true because those guys are good as well. So I mean, just with that situation, we like any other opponent, we're gonna just plan ahead and kind of see how we can use different ways to kind of slow the quarterback down if he's a running quarterback.
What's the key to forcing a fumble?
Key to forcing a fumble, I mean, really just to kind of go after the ball as many times as possible, and hopefully you'll get it out.
What do you think of Hootie's being a bunch?
I liked it. I told him I liked it. It kind of looked like mine when playing against Kentucky. I was like, "Shoot, you need to get some more of those."
Whose was better, yours or his?
Oh, I really can't say. They were both good. I mean, the way he ripped it out, he followed all the way through and it came right out. So it was kind of hard to see. We probably got to go back in the film room and look.
How important was it for the linebackers to get that touchdown? Now that
finally, that's what I said in my head. I was like, finally, we got a chance to actually get a touchdown. So everything's on an even slate now.
You guys had a lot of extra rushers against Arkansas. Did you guys know kind of going in that was going to be the game plan that you guys were going to play?
Somewhat. I mean, each game the game plan kind of changes depending on how the quarterback is playing. And just with that situation, we've kind of felt like we could add a little bit more pressure. that's what we did.
How fun is it to play for Pruitt? I mean,
Oh, it's very fun, to be honest with you. You know, he's a patient guy. He's enthusiastic, and you know, he just loves the game.
Have you noticed more rushes up the middle? It seems like you and Ruben, you know, in that middle linebacker role, whereas in prior years, a lot of it was the outside linebackers.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just with that, we, like I said, we always try to game plan during the game, and you know, when we brought extra pressure, that kind of helped us out. So hopefully, you know, during the season, you know, we could do some more of those things.
Does part of that also come with maybe the inside linebackers being a little bit lighter, a little bit faster this year than in some previous years?
I mean, I would say, I mean, even then, you know, over through the history, you know, linebackers was able to blitz. I mean, just, you know, with the different coaching changes, you know, Jeremy, he kind of likes to, you know, blitz his middle linebackers a little bit more. So,
You said an even playing field, you know, keep a running tally amongst the defense.
yeah, we actually do kind of, you know, most of the guys are like, shoot, you know, we done scored this game, we done scored that game. So hopefully this game, you know, everybody will score.
When the offense sets up for a Hail Mary, do you kind of have an oh shoot moment?
Yeah, always kind of, you know, I think with any player, when you're in that situation for anybody, you kind of like, well, what could happen? So, I mean, I would probably say that.
What's the goal there? I mean, you know, when you do have a jump ball situation, multiple guys there, I mean, is the plan to knock it down as a defender, or are you trying to get the pick?
Yeah,
I mean,
the plan is always to knock it down. I mean, if you try to catch it, it could, you know, tip off your hand and go to the opponent. So, you know, if you can knock it down, that's always the safest way.
Are you typically on the field during those, or do they like to put in more?
Not during that time. I mean, if I have to go in there, I would do the same thing.
Anything else?
Just talk about the rivalry. It's been obviously one-sided, but does it make it better when both teams are close to the top 10? And is there more pressure to keep that streak alive?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think both, you know, with both teams, you know, with the history and stuff like that, it's always going to be a good game. Tennessee has a great team. We got a good team. So with us going against each other, it's going to be a great game to see, and you know, I'm excited about it.
Do you personally look forward to the cigar tradition? You know, after the game, do you?
Yeah, I actually do. But you know, we just gonna have to see what happens.
With the way their season's been going, are you almost expecting them to make a second half run?
I really don't know. I mean, just based on how the game is gonna go, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. So all we can do is play our game, and that's it.
Is that your first cigar? The one you got after Tennessee?
Yeah, that was my first ever one, and that was, you know, that was something that I'll remember for the rest of my life, and hopefully I get to do it again.
Someone to have to show you how to do that.
Yeah, somebody had to show me. I didn't really know how to do it.
It's coffee.
Become a fan of it.
Yeah, I have.
Awesome.